This is Treehouse. We are a monthly event held in pop-up locations around Los Angeles. We expose art ranging from music, poetry, skits, short films, to fine art and photography. Treehouse is completely free. We don't get charged for the spaces we use, we don't charge admission, and we don't charge the artists to perform. We are given spaces by local businesses or fellow artists, and we provide an event experience. It is really just art for the sake of art. What I do is I receive submissions every month from artists in Los Angeles, and then I curate a group of artists that work well together aesthetically, and we create an event in some pop-up location. So every venue calls for a different size of audience, so sometimes we'll range from 100 to 300 attendees, and sometimes we'll have events where we have 800 to 1,200 attendees. And every month it's a very different experience. Every year I even throw a Halloween scavenger hunt where hundreds of people all meet at this fountain in Los Feliz, and then I launch them to scavenger all around Los Angeles to find these clues that lead them to a secret treehouse show. And that is probably my favorite event. This all began in 2015 when a friend of mine had sent me a message promoting her art, and it was some blanket message she had sent to all her friends, and I didn't read it, and I felt very strange about this because I realized that I was so caught up in my own art and working on it that I didn't feel like I had the mental bandwidth to pay attention to anyone else's. So there was something wrong with that. What I wanted to do is create an environment where I could actually just sit there and force myself to focus on what other people are making. So I invited a few artist friends over, and we all showed each other our art, and I set up a microphone in my living room with tea lights around it, and used the rest of it to denote a stage. And it was a very awkward start, but every person that went left so happy. And so I kept doing it. And every month I had more and more artists, more and more audience members. And I got to a point where there was 150 people by the third month crammed into my living room, watching through the windows outside. So I realized that I had to move it. So I decided to make it a pop-up. So we would have different artists, different locations, and every month would be a completely new experience. With industries that change in the art world all the time, in an ever-evolving world, I wanted to create something constant, something that would remain no matter what the circumstances. And so it was a way to step away from it all. And there's just a stillness to Treehouse that I've never seen anywhere else. It feels like this brief moment where you can actually appreciate the beauty of humanity. So looking back as a musician and writer myself, I know that I've always had this urge to write stories and songs that reflect the most intimate human emotions. And I think that because of that, it's almost as if those reasons for making art have now come to life, and we've gathered to do it together. So with your monthly donation, I will be able to help artists further, make each event better, and expand Treehouse into something bigger. So thank you.